Hey guys, first off, apologies for the long video today. This video is going to be 3 videos put together. So it's going to be a video where I play Reinhardt and Orisia, plus another game where I play Reinhardt and Orisia, and then all my highlights as a Reinhardt player. Why, you ask? Because I'm going to try and do sort of like a coaching video. Now obviously I'm not a pro, this is my alt account I'm playing on. I'm gold. On my main PC account I'm platinum, and on console I'm low diamond. So I wouldn't say I'm, you know, a full-on pro, but I know how to play, I know where I screw up, I know where I need to do better, and I know how to improve. So we're going to be breaking down this game. This first one is playing as Reinhardt on, I forget what the map's called. Yeah, I forget what the map's called, my bad. But anyway, we're moving in here. We're moving straight in here onto the point. Fire strike down, because it's always helpful to throw a fire strike. You get good charge off it if you hit multiple enemies, or then you go, wow, look, I just went from 6% to 14 with that fire strike. Here I push out a little bit too far, but I'm able to back up with my shield up. I blocked the D.Va mini rockets, I forget what they're called, micro missiles. But I don't really need to block out any other of her damage because her damage is low. I tried to charge this Roadhog and it goes miserably, so I back up to get heals. Now I think I end up dying here. No, I get fully healed, and I go back in. Because look at this Roadhog bothering me, so I tried to battle him. I charge. I didn't get pinion, but I did push him out to the side, so it would keep him out of the fight for a couple of seconds. Do another fire strike, as you can see. Now I'm backing up because I need heals. I'm on 120 health. I'm not going to get it, so I did the smartest thing I could. Didn't get the health back in time. Knew that Winston was coming for me, so I charged him. That way I don't die, it killed him, which was just lucky that he actually died. But it's more, you use your charge sometimes as a getaway tool, which is what I did there. I used it as a getaway tool to give me a little bit more of a chance. Now I'm trying to push forward here, and I haven't actually checked if my team was with me. But I'm trying to push forward, trying to block the micro missiles, block all the damage, and the Pharah. Now here I was going around to try and ult, but then the barrier, on Winston put on his barrier, I knew it wasn't going to do anything. So I go to charge into the Brigade, I miss. But throw a fire strike, I miss. And then Moira ults, Winston already used his barrier, so I ulted. I got them all down, and then I couldn't block the self-destruct because Roadhog came out of nowhere to screw me over. Now I'm not, you know, a pro player like I said. I make mistakes like that. I mix my charge, I miss my fire strike. I do stupid things, but I also do quite good things. Like my ult there, I stopped the Moira ult as soon as she ulted, and we wiped the team and got the point. That was good. Now here you see me sort of playing footsies with the pillar. I've thrown a fire strike in, hit that Winston, so I'm getting some ult charge back on my Earth Shatter. Sorry, my brain's not working today. Winston ults, and then I got Winston and Briggy on me, see? So what I try to do, I tried to go to the health pack. I missed. I get smacked up, I try to get it, I end up hitting it, but I wasn't able to pull myself over in time, so Winston ended up hitting me off. Which is just, it's just parcel. It's gonna happen, it happened, I mean, I have no choice otherwise. And right now, what you're seeing, I don't know what happened. I was just trying to type, and I pressed a button, and then my whole screen just exploded. So don't mind that. Here we go again, using my charge to get into the fight quicker, or at least to get closer to it. Throw a fire strike, look at that, I got some damage. That's just good. If you throw your fire strike when you have it, you can do good, but you don't want to waste your fire strike. That second time I threw my fire strike, I wasted it because I threw it randomly, and I had no idea if anyone was there. Whereas at least the first time I threw it, I had an idea that people were actually there because I knew they were at the front on point trying to do some peak damage. And then as you see, I just got wasted, like real quick. Which is just unfortunate, you can't do anything to stop that sometimes. Now I know my whole team's dead. I threw the fire strike to try and get a little bit more ult charge, but I missed. But I've nearly got my ult as it is. So I'm waiting here for my team to group up with me, and I've actually signaled to group up because we keep going in the mid and it's not working. So I figured if we went around the side, we'd do a little bit better. But Roadhog's there to meet us, but I'm able to shield, stop all his damage. And then I charged him, and I'm pretty sure he actually got booped over out of the point. which was really helpful because it kept him out of the fight, but as you can see, he came back in. I ulted, I think I got 2 people, and then Roadhog hooked me. Now you see in this kill cam, I turn around instead of blocking, shooting myself from the Roadhog. Because I didn't know that the D.Va bomb was behind the pillar. I knew it was behind me, so I turned around to block from the D.Va bomb because I knew I would be able to survive better from a Roadhog than I will a full D.Va bomb that does like 1,000 damage. But I died anyway, so I tried the risk, didn't quite pay off. Now we're in overtime at the moment, the enemy team has 99% and we're trying to get the back. Once again, I boot the Roadhog off the point, which just helps us. I screw up my fire strike, I don't block any of the barrage of the fire, which is a mistake, that's my bad. But then you see me still just playing footsies with my shield and jumping around trying to keep away from that Winston, even though Winston does low damage. I try to chase down that Roadhog for a little bit, but I can't out-damage a Roadhog. Don't know how he hooked me, I have my shield up, but throw another fire strike, D.Va ate it, which isn't optimal, but it happened. Now right now, all I'm doing is basically playing tennis. I'm only having my shield up to catch the fire's projectile, because I don't need to catch the D.Va damage, because D.Va rarely does any damage. It's tiny, it's not big. It's 50, I catch the micro missile, I put my shield down, I throw my fire strike. Although I didn't jack shit with it. Now I know somebody is on point, because I can hear the ticking. I have no idea who, however, but I see the Reinhardt, so I try to block his damage. If we get the beat drop, I'm to 1000 HP. Now I'm just trying to swing my hammer as hard as I can. We then get, I think it's the enemy's rally? Yep, I end up helping take her out. I charge in to try and kill the Winston, but I missed. And we just got Lucio and Roadhog. We're both in overtime now as well. I know the Roadhog's ulting. He can't heal, I could do damage, but he might kill my team, so I ulted him to get him out of the fight. That, I thought, was the best idea. Tried to take out the fire, missed my fire strike. Now, when you're in overtime and it's this hectic, if you're at full health, just swing your hammer, it'll help you out a lot more. Now, that charge was to try and actually get rid of the Winston to get him away from my team. Instead, I was lucky to get the Brigade. That was just a luck pick. Now, I know I'm still at above 400 health, nearly 500 health, so I know I can just keep swinging my hammer. So I'm just moving around the point, moving around the pillar, swinging my hammer. Was going to try and charge the D.Va, but she knew she moved out of the way. That was a good evasive maneuver. Killed the Winston, that was just another lucky kill, but that's the purpose of swinging your hammer. Now, I wanted to kill that Lucio, it didn't quite work. I wanted to charge that D.Va, but I charged way too late. That was a mistake on my half. That fire strike was a mistake on my half, because she ate it. I did really good to take out that Brigade, but she blocked my ult, but it's good. I ulted and it kept her off the point. Now, I know I'm speaking really fast and it's a lot to take in, but I sort of have to because trying to slow this thing down while doing this is just difficult. I will go back over certain bits, and I will, in my highlights, I'll, really talk about. You guys get the gist though. You guys can slow it down. You guys can watch it over and over again. You can see what I mean. Now, I'm playing Orisia. I still can't, for the life of me, can't remember what the hell this map is called, which is kind of upsetting, but hey-oh, that's just me. Nepal, there we go. I just remembered, Nepal. So this is the next point on Nepal with the gaps around the side. I'm playing Orisia. Because I know Orisia's halt is good to pull enemies off the cliff, and I know I can play footsies a lot better with Orisia on this map than what I can with Reinhardt. Reinhardt, they could easily just stay off the point and do range damage, and I can't do any damage to them. Hence why I'm playing Orisia. So for now, since the point isn't open, I'm just going to hold this corner. I see they have a damage mercy, fire mercy. Yeah, fire mercy. Now, we have hit scan, but frankly, as far as I'm concerned, they're not doing that much. So I'm going to try and shoot down the fire as much as I can, as well as the rest of the team. And the point's unlocked, and they are on the point, but then they step off. So I take the opportunity to move on while the rest of my team deals with D.Va. And I try to pull her off the edge. Doesn't quite work. She just goes into the upper level, but I still get her out of mech. Now I'm repositioning my barrier, tried to pull Reinhardt off the edge, didn't quite work. Reaper and Roadhog are on point, as well as Lucy, and I got Farah still shooting me from the sky. That's why I'm going in between my barrier, in and out, in and out, in and out, because I'm trying not to get booped and I'm trying not to take too much damage from her. Now I see there's a Lucio behind me, so I fortify so he can't boot me off the edge. I use my Hulk, pull them together to try and get some damage, but my aim is dog shit, so Lucio tries to boot me. I realized how close I got, so I moved over more to the corner. I'm still trying, that's good damage on Reaper. D.Va hops in my way, she gets attacked. I don't know why McCree ulted, but hey, he did good, he got rid of D.Va. Now there was a Reaper in there, but obviously I missed. Now he's fired going up in the air, so as you can see I'm playing footsies with my shield. I was on the outside, and then when she went around over the top, I went back on the inside, trying to avoid as much damage as I could. Tried to halt that Roadhog into the ditch, didn't quite work, but he's low health. I see that the Farm Mercy's above us again, so I'm trying to take shots, but my aim is dog shit, so I'm missing everything. Reposition my shield, and the ult comes in, and I was not quick enough to turn around and shoot her, or halt her to a different location, or stop her or anything, and I just put my shield down. I put my shield down, but then she ulted, and I had my cooldown, so that was you can't really call it a mistake, because I didn't know that she was going to ult. I put my shield down to protect my team from the front way, from up front, and then it turns out she ulted, so that was just something that we couldn't hand. So they have the point now. We're trying to move back in. Now I know my shield's down, I know I'm taking damage from this fire, so I walk out there with Halt, because with Fortify, because I take reduced damage and I know I can take the hits and I'll get the heals for it. So that's what I do. Now our Wrecking Ball's on point, our Junkrat has a tire, we then just got dropped the beat, so I've hopped onto the point. We have a Roadhog doing his whole hog, so I fortify so I don't get pushed off the map. And then you see I walked forward and stood in front of him to take all the damage from my team. That's just lucky. I then use my supercharger here because I think it's a good idea to get the back point. D.Va does get a double kill. However, I think we end up taking this point. Put my shield back down, I'm playing footsies with my barrier, and you can see how I'm playing footsies with my barrier. I'm moving back and forth between my barrier, and then ultimately Fire does get me. But you see how I was playing footsies with my barrier. Using the barrier as like a double barrier, because I was using the whole curve. I was using both the curves as a shield, as well as the front and the back. I was using my whole barrier as my shield. As an Orisa, you really have that freedom to use your barrier, and you can play footsies around it. Like you do with a Winston. In your barrier, out of your barrier. In your barrier, out of your barrier. The exact same way. Now here, I know we got a Reaper ult, so I tried to hold him off. I was way too far. And then I've dropped down my barrier to protect myself. If I was smart here, I should have just backed up. We lost 3, and I don't know why. That was just my fault. That was just my fault. I was still staying there where we should have backed up, so... But what can you do, you know? I screwed up. I know where I screwed up, so... Now, I realize that it's nearly 99%. Orisa is a bit slow to get to the point, so I changed to Reinhardt just so I can charge and get to the point quicker. Plus I know with his hammer swing, I can do a little bit more. So I come in, I do my best, I nearly get booped off, so that's the problem with playing Reinhardt in this map, you have no fortify. Charge in, get rid of the Reaper, smack the D.Va out of the fight for a little bit, and then I'm back on point and I'm smacking people. However, I'm getting limited heals, but now when Farah ults, my whole barrier can block her ult. So even though she got 1 kill, I still stopped most of her damage. But now I have no heals, and I was stuck in the corner, and that's game. I just got stuck. As soon as you get stuck in that corner, it's hard. But if I went near the edge, I would have got booped, because I have no fortify, because I changed off Orisa to Reinhardt in order to get to the point quicker. That's where it's difficult. If I knew somebody was going to be on the point, I would have stayed as Orisa. But I didn't know that, so I went, I said, what tank can get me there quickest? Reinhardt, because he can charge half the distance, you know? So that's what I did. Now, we're on the 3rd point of Nepal. Reinhardt's good in this map because there's no holes to get booped off into anything. But with Reinhardt, his 3rd person view when he has his shield up, he can peek around the corners. So this is going to be really good, and his ult on this map can be really strong. If you either get a flank, or they just don't expect it and you're able to get one off. So I'm going to charge up here, and normally I don't screw that up, and I can go all the way to the front door. But I screwed it up, so I'm a bit behind, otherwise I would be in front of my whole team. Now very often you have people coming from the other side saying top, but we had no one, they're all on the bottom. So what I gotta do, I try to throw a fire strike in there, and I completely miss. That's fine, you know, for fire strike. I try to predict a charge there, and I end up screwing up. Completely screwing up, like that is no doubt about that. I screwed up more than ever. So I try to back out, I get really low, but my healers have me covered. So I'm able to peel back, and then go back in, and take it, and I've given my, I may have fed a little bit, but I've also given a lot of ult charge to my healers. Now right now, I was just walking around trying to find someone to smack at. I was really not useful in that first fight. I was late to the fight, I screwed up every single one of my abilities, and I just went straight into the middle of it by accident. So that by far was not a good Reinhardt play. You don't want to do stuff like that. You don't want to feed, you don't want to waste all your abilities, and you certainly don't want to be out of position. So there, I threw a fire strike, I hit. That went well. Now what I'll try and do here, I was going to try and go behind and then charge them, but I realized they were moving onto the point, so I peeled back to try and protect my team. Try to do a prediction charge, yeah, I hit the wall, that was my fault. And then they've got a Rally ult, we've got a Moira ult, and it's just painful. So Moira helped me take out the Reaper and the Reinhardt, and right now we're up on picks. I try to charge in there, and because Ryan's hitbox is useless, didn't pin the D.Va. But I'm on point, I'm smacking at her, I'm gaining heals. She's ulted, so I jump straight in front of it to block it, because my barrier can take all that damage and I can still protect my team. So that's what I did, I jumped in front of it so nobody would die to it. I had to stop the D.Va ult basically. Now I've got my ult here, I'm just moving forward to try and get some extra kills. And there you go, I get the Reinhardt, which is good, it's a good pick. Mercy tries to red, I throw a fire strike, but it's too late, Moira's already killed her. But my fire strike would have hit her. Because you always want to try and deny Mercy reds. Because Mercy tries to res, if you kill her, then her res is still on cooldown. And when she comes back after her 7-second reset timer, she has 23 seconds till she can use res again. That's really good. Now this ult's trying to go back behind them and ult. That's what ult's trying to do. So I jump down here, and guess what I find? A Reaper. I fire strike, I shield a bit, I hit him. He ends up getting the health pack. And I'm trying to back up. And because Reinhardt moves slow with his shield up, I try to do the thing where you drop your shield, jump, put your shield up. Drop your shield, jump, put your shield up as you're backing up. But I screw up and I die. So that was completely my fault, that was bad play. And I think the enemy ends up getting the point here. I'm not quite sure, I'm pretty sure they end up getting the point. Yeah, there you go. So the enemy gets the point. Throw a fire strike to try and get some, extra damage. Completely missed. Hanzo wasted his ult, that's why I shook my head. But now Hanzo's trying to do peak damage, so I'm just trying to cover all the damage coming through so he can do some peak. But then he's just wasting my shield. It's like I'm not going to shield one character. So I'm moving to the other side now, blocking some damage coming through from the choke. I'm waiting for my team right here. Now I've got somebody going in on the right by himself. I've got no idea who that is. I finally got my Moira back with me, so I'm going to move in. I see that there's a Junkrat trap in a concussion line, so I tried to move ahead. He ends up putting me up, and then I just throw fire strike, kill him, hammer down. They're all down. Hannah's done his ult, which is kind of useless. Fire destroyed all of that. But I'm able to kill the Junkrat with my fire strike, and then hammer the majority of them down, and we're able to get this point back. That charge was just trying to be a lucky charge, trying to get the D.Va when she popped out on there. But you can see how I use my availabilities. Yep, how I use my abilities. You want to use your fire strike and hit multiple targets to get more ult charge. You hit one target, you get like 6% ult charge. So if you hit like 4 targets with your fire strike, think about how quickly you can get. Think about like a support. If you're an Ana, if you're the only healer and you're an Ana, if you have 2 tanks in front of you and 2 DPS that are low, the tanks go completely down to like 100 HP, you biotic grenade them, you heal them, you'll get your ult real quickly because you're doing all that healing. Correct? Thank you. I'm going to push forward here. I don't know why I stopped moving, I think I was looking at something. But see, I looked fire strike, I hit the Reinhardt. So I got up to 13 ult charge already. My barrier is low, so I put it down, I had to put it back up. But I've tried to keep it down because you don't want to. If your barrier gets destroyed like down to from 2000 to 0, then you have like a 4-second cooldown until you can use it again. But if you put it down before it gets destroyed, then you can pop it back up whenever you need, and you can let it recharge when you need. Like right now, I'm not taking any damage. I need 500 health down on it, so I'm letting it recharge, and I'm just doing little poke damage with my fire strike. Shields up to 2000 health again. Now I'm gonna drop back out, stop some damage, but I'm not getting hit with any damage, so I put it down. Throw a fire strike, hit the Rein. I try to charge the Rein, didn't quite work. I get slept, I get charged, I get anti-nated, then I get fire strike. I went in too deep. My team I didn't go too deep, just I charged to try and get a lucky kill on either the Reinhardt or the Mercy. It didn't work, and then all the enemy team's abilities like sleep dart, charge, anti-nade, that absolutely screwed me. If my team was a little bit up more with me, or I had some more communication, we could have organized that and I could have lived, but that was my own fault. Now we got a sleeping Reinhardt that's nanoed, so we're going to leave him. Now I'm going to try and charge, but Ryan's pin box is so broken, so I missed, but I'm still able to kill him with a Fire Strike, because Fire Strike does 100 damage. Now I know there's a Reaper behind us somewhere, so I'm keeping an eye out for him around and everything, so I think he might be up top, so I'm peeling back now because there's nothing for me to shield. The payload's moving, there's nothing for me to shield, so I'm trying to go up to see if there was a Reaper is, and he turns out to be already down here and I'm too late, and then he gets a pick on our soldier. But we end up getting rid of him anyway, so it's like, you know, 50-50, like it doesn't matter. I walk straight into that Fire Strike, which is, when you're playing against a Reinhardt, you want to try and avoid his Fire Strikes as much as possible. So you don't give him ult charge, but I walk straight into that one, so that was my own fault. Right now, like I said, there's nothing for me to shield, so I'm doing poke damage. Now, see how the Reinhardt charged me? I charged him back. That's what you call counter charging. If a Reinhardt's charging straight at you, if you're not taking too much damage, charge straight back at him so you both get stunned, you're both down, and both sides lose the shield. Say he's pinning like your Mercy and killing her, or pinning you and taking down the shield, and then they have a shield, you don't. Understood? So you counter charge, so you're both stunned, so you both can't use your shield. Whereas that case, he charged, he missed me, I knew where he was going to stop, so I charged him into a wall and I killed him. Because I know I can do that stuff. Now that charge was not needed by me, I just wanted to put the Reinhardt through as much pain as possible into Hammond's mines. Like overkill. I don't know how much damage charge does, but I know his Reinhardt's Fire Strike does 100. Because you can hit a squishy half health easily. Now, I couldn't do anything here. Pharah ulted. I couldn't move back to my team because I would have got killed by Pharah. Then D.Va ulted, so I had nothing to do but keep my shield up. And then, after all that happened, I was stuck in a corner because I was trying to hide from the enemy team and I couldn't charge out. There was no hope for me there. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, you know? That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Here we go again. I got hit with that Fire Strike. I missed my Fire Strike, so now the Reinhardt has more charge than me. I'm pretty sure the Reinhardt has ult because he hasn't used... Oh no, he used it last fight, so Reinhardt doesn't have ult. Whereas I do. That's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to go behind to ult them. But this is where I screw up. I tried to be a sneaky Reinhardt to go behind and ult the whole team. But I screwed up because the enemy team was further back than what I thought they were. So then I screw up, I get stunned, I get anti-naded, I get killed by a Reaper, so on and so forth. Sometimes sneaky Reinhardt plays, like you'll see in my highlights at the end of the video, pay off. But other times, like that, it's a terrible thing to do and you should never be a sneaky Reinhardt. You should just stay on the front line and don't try and flank behind. But you live, you learn, you need to take risk, especially if the rest of your team isn't able to break the shield or push in. Now that Fire Strike in the air, I was trying to see where the D.Va was going and where she might land and predict my Fire Strike. But as you can see, she made a turn at the last end, so I lost it. This one I tried to charge the Mercy, but she already left by that point and I can't cancel my charge. Here they come for me. Now what I did there, I had an Ana, a Reaper and a Reinhardt on me. If I was smart, I would have kept going up the stairs and down the corridor and then out the window. But instead, for some reason, I jumped down straight into all three of them. Whereas if I keep just moving upwards, I would have only had the Reinhardt trying to swing at me, and he still would not have reached, reached me in time. So that was another screw up by me.
You can take down like heroes and it's easy.
So I'm coming back to the fight now. I'm waiting for the rest of my team, which is coming, wrecking balls, doing God knows what. Try to Fire Strike that hard, but it didn't quite work. Reaper's behind us for some unknown reason. Don't know what the hell he was trying to do. Now right now I have my shield up for no reason, which I probably shouldn't have. That was my bad. Hanzo ults, he does nothing. I'm behind them, so I ult. Didn't get the Hanzo, and I missed my pin on the Reaper, and then I end up getting stressed by the enemy Reinhardt. Reinhardt gets nanoed. I get nanoed. We have a Moira ult. I get hammered down. I get stunned, and basically the whole nano ult for me gets wasted, and then I miss my charge. For this Rialto game, to be honest with you, I didn't do anything. Like, I've hit a couple of good Fire Strikes, but in reality, my Reinhardt right here is terrible. The first match that you guys saw, that was decent Reinhardt play. That was alright. This is terrible Reinhardt play. I'm missing majority of my abilities. I'm not really I'm protecting my team, that I definitely am, but I'm just not playing right. I'm charging when I shouldn't, I'm missing my fire strikes, this was just a bad play by me altogether, so I apologize for that. Once again, Reinhardt charged me, so I counter charge, took him all the way over. Now watch this, see how the Reaper's coming to us? I know he has ult. I was trying to kill him before he ulted, but he ulted. So I jumped back, shielded, anti-nade him by the grenade us. So we have heals, he doesn't. And then I just backed up to protect my two healers. My healer and my soldier. But you see the way he was walking up on us? That's how you know he had ult, because he was walking up on us. Coming straight for 500 health Reinhardt, and then a soldier and an Ana. Now as you see before, I know I'm a bit slow on this, but I caught the D.Va ult mid-air, I stopped it from my team, that was great. I go decide to go on ult, I get rid of the Mercy, I tried to get rid of the Ana, fire striked her, took down to like 20 HP, haven't finished her off. And then somehow they have 0 healers and we are just getting picked off. I was trying to block the damage from the Moira and everything else, and then Hanzo ended up killing me. But the rest of my team just sort of fell off. And I'm not exactly sure as to why we struggled with that point. Now it's going to get overtime, we've got D.Va, she's shooting me, so I'm going to go around the side. I'm trying to stay on the card and protect my damage so I don't get hit with a lot of stuff. See a Junkrat, so I try to stop him, he bombs me up, I try to stop the D.Va ult, Mini D.Va kills me, Ana dies because I can't protect her with my shield, and then Mercy reses me. Now here, the only objective I have is to stay on point, and I tried to do that. I started getting pushed away, so I tried to charge back onto point, and I ended up dying because of how much damage they had. Now as you could see, this is just the second round of the game. I did have the first round, where I actually played Orisia on defense. Here's a highlight for it. I played Orisia on defense, and they got it all the way to the third point. But I wanted to put this highlight in because you can see, look at this Reinhardt run up on me. I used my ult to pull him back. If a Reinhardt runs up on you, he has to have melee attacks. So use your ult and pull him back. Now the reason you don't have the first game is because I have a hotkey to start my recording and I accidentally pressed it during game. So I actually stopped the recording halfway through. So I just thought it would be best to get rid of it and only have one half of the game. Hence why you only saw the Reinhardt half, not the Orisia half. And this is the game on King's Row. I play as Reinhardt, and then I do a little bit of Winston because my Reinhardt was trash. My Winston was trash, and then I ended up changing to Orisia and I did pretty decent. So you'll be able to see 3 different tanks. Although Winston was only for like 2 minutes, 5 minutes max I played Winston for. Because I was just trying to get some extra pick-offs. But you guys will see that in this game. Hello. So here we go. I see that they have a Widowmaker because of the Widowmaker's trail. Screw up my fire strike. Don't know how I did that. Now as you can see, I'm just walking forward. I'm just walking straight forward. My shield is taking all the damage. I'm just walking straight forward into the team. Now that charge, I was either trying to get the soldier or the Mercy, but I got the D.Va and then I ended up picking it off. That was a very bad play by me. That was probably the worst Reinhardt play I've done in a long time. I charged blindly, the rest of my team wasn't with me, and I just got focused down, and I got streaked, and now the rest of my team is falling behind me. So I gotta walk up here. D.Va and Brigitte has overextended, so I charge in. I get the D.Va out of map, which is helpful, and then I kill the Brigitte before she can get the health pack. I picked up the health pack so she couldn't. Now we have 3 picks, or 2 picks. So I know we can move on to the point. So I'm moving on point. That fire strike was lucky. I was actually going to try and get the... Oops, sorry, I burped. I was actually going to try and get the Mercy. But instead, Genji's having to hop into my way as I did it. Hence why he killed it. I killed him. So now we're capturing the point here. The rest of my team is overextending madly. Brig ult. Brig geek out on the enemy team actually waits her ult. And I wastes her ult. And I think I'm able to kill it. There you go. She died. So she completely wastes her ult. I'm taking a bit too much damage, so I put my shield up, and then you'll see me back up to the cart. Now, the cart's moving and my team isn't taking any damage, right? They're taking a little bit, but it's nothing they can't handle. They can use the cart as protection. So this is when I'm going to try one of my sneaky Reinhardt plays, where I go behind the team and ult. So I know they're still holding the cart. We got Valkyrie, Mercy, and the enemy soldier ulted. So my hammer down did well because I stopped the Valk, I stopped the soldier sights, and then I caught the D.Va ult, even though I only bought it for myself. So we're able to win this fight. I charge to the Brigitte, I try to chase her with the Widowmaker, get her down to half health, and I'm unable to finish the kill. But right now I have a Widow and a soldier on my booty. However, I see that the cart is still moving forward, so I charge it back into my team so I don't die, and Roadhog takes the rest. But you can see then how I use my ult to stop other ults, and then I use my abilities to my advantage to get further into the fight. Now I'm pretty sure we just push it through straight to the end here, straight to the second point. I don't think we're I don't remember us being contested at all. That was a bad charge, but I still end up helping to kill the Orisia, and I helped to kill the Mercy. We've got the second point, and now we're just going to get the third point. Now this is alright Reinhardt play coming up, but not the greatest. Through a fire strike, I missed. We have sights, I'm just staying with the payload. Everyone else is moving forward, so I stay with the payload. Through my fire strike, I only got a barrier, so I don't get any ult charge. Now, so I just ulted. So I'm here, I'm blocking myself from the corner, and I'm trying to block my Mercy just in case he somehow gets a line of sight on her through the door. I'm going around the side here, I ult. Take out the Mercy, I'm blocking all the damage coming through from the soldier, and then this is where it gets very interesting. This is a good Reinhardt play. I'm in there deep, so I try to back up so I'm losing health. Brigitte uses her flail and she hits me back, but I get nanoed. Charge in, I take out the Brigitte. Now I'm trying to kill the soldier. I see that there's a Mercy beam, so I do a quick 180 and I take out the Mercy. So there's two healers taken down from the enemy team. Use my charge, and then I use my giant range of my hammer to do a quick 180 and take out the Mercy. Now here, I charge up a bit far, which is no biggie, but I get rid of the Supercharger, I get rid of the Orisia, and I end up getting rid of the Brigitte as well, which clears the point off, so we are cleared to get it right through. I tried to charge to pin someone as they were coming out of the spawn room, didn't work, but I was able to get behind the Orisia, take out her Supercharger, and then take out her. So it still worked alright, even though it didn't work the way I wanted it to. Now we're on defense. And defense is going to be a little bit more difficult, because this is when I change character 3 times. From Rein to Winston to Orisia. Once again, I apologize if I'm talking a bit fast, but the game's so fast paced, things happen so fast, I'm trying to explain it all so quickly. Like I said, feel free to pause or slow it down with YouTube or whatever you need to do to be able to see and take it in. Although you should be able to understand what I'm saying. Like, you can see when I fire strike and I hit 2 enemies how much ult charge I get. Like, that stuff's a little easy to see. So you guys should be alright. And once again, I apologize for the long video. I hate this as much as you guys. It's 1 AM. I still have another 10 minutes of this game to go. And then I have another 5 minutes of my highlights. And then I need to do the voiceover for an Ana teaching video, where I actually play a very good Ana. I played Ana better than what I played tanks in this game that you're watching now. Well, all the games in this video. So, I'm just looking ahead, see there's a D.Va up there, so I fire strike and I completely miss. That was just bad on my heart. The team's not coming, so I don't need to shield because it may warp them in. See them coming, so I try to throw a cheeky fire strike, and I think I got 3 then. And then I'm trying to shield. But I got a Widow taking shots in my backline, so I moved back to protect them. Throw a fire strike, I hit her down to half health. Winston's running through my barrier, so I move back. I'm now on the point. May's doing her own thing. Winston's jump on point. So I'm trying to protect my Ana and take him out. Don't actually do it, so what I do here, I think I charge. No, yes I do. There. So I think I charge, I completely miss. Now I'm in a bad spot, because now I have a Widowmaker that can shoot me. So I help Soldier end up dying, Widow shoots me once, Widow tries to shoot me again. And I was just lucky to have my shield up in time. Now I tried to charge to push the Winston off point to take him out of the fight there, or the fight between him and I. But I ended up dying, so they ended up going to get the point here. So they got the point a lot quicker than what we did. Which is kind of upsetting, but it's alright. It's alright. We can let them have the point, no biggie. There's a sniper and I know where she's going to sit, so I come out and I fire strike. D.Va catches it, but still. I try to charge in to get a lucky kill, and there you go. I picked the Mercy, that's a huge pick. I probably didn't need to ult them, but I did anyway. That fire strike you saw, I knew I was getting shot in the back by a Widowmaker. So, since I last knew she was up top, I threw a fire strike up top just in case. She turned out to be on the bottom floor, but I still tried. Now Mei pisses me off there. I try to fire strike the Soldier and Mei blocks it. Now I try to get a cheeky pick here, but I forget with Ryan's shield it goes through the wall, so they knew I was there, so I had to back up. That was completely my fault, that was a bad play. I'm backing up on point, trying to, once again Mei blocks my fire strike. I'm trying to block the Widow's fire, but Mei ended up doing it for me. I'm trying to charge in there to try and get rid of the Winston or the Mercy. I screwed up and the whole team ends up destroying me. Because I didn't even push that far, just more I backed up without having my shield, I charged in, and then I just got shredded from there, because the rest of my team went after that Mercy that was running away. Now they are going to get the point here. I try to go in there, just to get some ult charge. I throw my fire strike here, and I don't get anything. So I back all the way up, because now I know that they know that I'm back there. The rest of my team is completely back, so I'm the only one here. So I'm taking a lot of damage right now, so I'm backing up around that corner because the rest of my team isn't there, and I'm just blocking what damage comes through. Get the Soldier down to half, so he's backing up. Means I can now recharge my barrier. Walking up to the next corner, trying to get some damage with the fire strike, doesn't quite work. So now I'm taking a lot of damage, my shield's less than half. My shield's near down. We wall the Winston in, but he ends up jumping out. As soon as this goes down, I charge in. They're all antis. I smack the D.Va, I ult, and I completely miss my ult. I get nano and I try to move in there, but there's a Mercy valve going on. They're all getting damage boosted and healed. I had no chance, but I kept pushing forward. Honestly, I should have just backed up and just shielded my team and let my team do all the work, rather than me try to push forward. Now, I got a little bit annoyed. I realized that my Reinhardt was terrible this game. So I'm like, alright, what's probably the next best hero I can go for the streets point? Winston, because then I can dive on their back lines, try to get rid of their Mercy and their Ana and everything, and I can try to eat some picks by diving the back line. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I'm jumping all the way back there. I wasn't going to jump down here, but then I realized the Mercy was walled off, so I jumped down. Put my bubble down. Now Mercy's less than half. If I was smart, I should have kept chasing her. So I just chose to jump back to the point instead. Now, Soldier ult, so I jump all the way back, use the corner, and then I use my barrier to block his line of sight so he can't shoot the rest of my team because I blocked off that whole line with my barrier. That whole section's blocked off with my barrier. Now here I was going to go back behind them, but I realized how far forward they pushed the cart. So I jumped back in. Now I wanted to go over the building, but the building has the barrier, so I got pushed down the side. And now I'm just trying to do some easy damage. I jump back up, so I'm getting hit by the Soldier. Go to get an angle on them behind, and I end up dying. Soldier runs away, and now I'm stuck in this corner. So I jump out and use my barrier to cover my escape. Now I'm here in 180 HP. I have nowhere to go, but I see Mercy's coming, so I wait.
Hold the point, Strider.
Mercy comes, she gives him some healing. Rahanzo decides to ult, and then I jump in there to try and do some damage. I dropped my barrier way too early, but it's alright. I end up ulting here for how low I got. Now this, I haven't learnt how to use Winston's ult properly, and frankly I was playing trash this game anyway. But I tried to chase down this Roadhog, nearly killed him, and then I chose to leave him to go to the rest of my team. If I was smart, I would have just kept chasing him down and ended up killing him. But if he had taken a breather, I would have never won that fight. So I backed up Lucia, and then Lucia ults, we end up killing off their Mercy. Now I chase them with Lucia. Look how low I get this Lucia, but look how low I get. So I back up. I back completely up. So then I hear the D.Va ult, I try to hide behind the wall. Doesn't work, doesn't get back further enough in time, I die. So I know my Winston is trash. My Reinhardt and Winston has both been trash. So now I go to Orisia, because I know I can use the corners of this last push, as well as the payload and my barrier. So I'll have pretty much 3 barriers. That barrier I threw, see where the car is? So I figured my team was more up, but the enemy team pushed further forward, so my barrier was useless, and then I wasted it. But then I ate. I kind of helped because I ate all of the soldier ult. Although I still got killed, and you will see how close they get to the point right here. See how close they're getting? They've got 5 on point, and they are nearly there. Throw my barrier in, I tried to hold them all together, didn't quite work, nearly got booped off, hence why I fortified. And then I got nanoed, which was kind of useless. I'm not very, my aim is just too dog shit to do anything useful when being nanoed. That halt was useless, that aiming to get that mini D.Va was useless. And then here I got confused because I lost my barrier. But after this, when on the next few pushes, you'll see actual proper Orisia play, and you guys will understand how I'm playing. Now I put my barrier there because it blocks the side door a little bit. It blocks this main corridor, and I have the corner of the building to take some of the damages to my barrier. So my barrier is not getting hit with full force. Now see how I blocked that side? So I've got some little bit more damage from the side. Now I've come inside the building to take less damage from the D.Va up top, and to get a little bit better of an angle on the enemy team. Put my shield back on, come back to having this corner, so I'm peeking between the corner and my barrier to take out the team. I'm trying to get this tracer, but my aim is trash. Now, right now, I'm using the payload and my barrier together. So I use my barrier and then I'm using my payload. Now my barrier is down, right? Put my barrier back up. Hanzo ult does nothing. Lucio drops the beat. Now Mei is going to wall them in, and I try to hold them together so I can get some picks on that Mercy, but like I said, my aim is trash. Then moving in the side, I got my shield down at the front to block a bit of damage from in the front. I shouldn't have fortified then, but I didn't know whose anti-nade it was, so I fortified anyway. Now Tracer just screwed up there. I don't know what Tracer was doing. So right now I know we got 10 seconds left, so I drop my ult. I try to get that far out in the Roadhog, doesn't quite work. My barrier luckily just catches that D.Va ult. So I'm usually putting my barrier down again, using the car and my barrier as a shield. Roadhog's behind that. I didn't have to ult him, but I did, even though I could have killed him normally. So I just ulted, so I did a quick 180, put down my shield, and now see how I'm using the payload and my barrier. See, I got my barrier, holding the Roadhog ult on my life, and then I'm pulling back behind the payload, and then moving back onto the other side and dropping my shield. Now I realised that we still got overtime, so who's on point? Lucio, of course. Mei helps by freezing him, we end up picking him up, and then D.Va's back. So shield down, she's anti, get my shot off, use the payload as cover, move up, take some extra kills, pull back D.Va and Tracer, doesn't get them off the payload though. D.Va's back in mech, she's back out of mech. I halt the soldier in the middle because I want to get some damage off, but I end up screwing up. I get another supercharger, so I throw my supercharger down, and we end up killing him on point, and the rest are off point, so it doesn't matter. And we end up winning that game. But you see how I spoke really fast that game, I'm so sorry. But you see how I used my barrier and the payload. That's what you want to do, use the barrier and the payload as a shield. As well as any other corners you can have. That will help you out a lot more than what you think. And you can use her halt to pull enemies in together so your whole team get damage, and then you're fortified to take reduced damage when your shield is down and stuff like that. Now I have to put this highlight in here because this was a good Reinhardt play. See, got rid of the Brigade, and like I said, I did a quick 180 to get that with that Mercy, because I knew Mercy was pocketing Soldier. Now we're gonna hop into my 5 minutes worth of highlights, and this is nearly a 15-minute video, so apologies, but here's a highlight. This is my most recent highlight. This is the new Reinhardt, like today Reinhardt. This isn't that game that you guys saw earlier, actually. That's that highlight. This is now these are highlights from like back like maybe a year worth of highlights, like that. So I'm just gonna be quiet for this part. Honestly, just let it play out. You guys will see all the good plays in here are either me using my abilities or my ults, or just me being mechanically skilled. So enjoy. This highlight, I was so confused in what happened. Somehow I got a double kill. I thought I only got the Mercy, but I had to get the Mercy and the Zarya. And that Genji just climbing up that wall of the door frame, that freaked me out. That confused me. I don't think we need Zarya's ult in this highlight, but still, I used my ult. I made them in, they couldn't move, they were down, we ended up winning that fight. This play of the game, I use my abilities well. I charge in and I pick up the Genji on his jump down. So then I go take out the rest of the team. I throw my Fire Strike, I get the Junkrat and the Mercy with one Fire Strike. That was good. On Icon Bolt, I screwed up my charge and my ult because the Orisa's fortified, but I still managed to get the Junkrat, still managed to get the Orisa, and then I ended up killing the Brigitte as well. So I screwed up my abilities, but my mechanical skill was great. Now this, I did a badass ult. If you listen, I also stopped the enemy Moira ult as well. If you could just hear that, you could hear the enemy Moira ult, and I ended up stopping her in that. And I ended up getting like 5 men in that, I think. Moira did end up living, however I did stop her ult, which was clutch at that point in time. Now this was just, Reinhardt broke for me here, watch this. Now I ulted. One, you never saw my ult, and how did I move from the left hand side over to the right hand side, and how the hell did that Hanzo go from the grab all the way over my head and then into my charge? Don't know what happened there. This was an Orisia ult. I moved up, I was low, charged in, take out the Sombra, take out the Symmetra, and I couldn't take out the Mei. But I knew I was low, I knew 3 of them was there, so I moved up forward to ult. This was just a helpful Ana. Ana really helped me here. I didn't need to ult, I just swung my hammer. I ended up hitting the D.Va off the cliff, killed the Reaper, killed the Reinhardt, and I ended up killing the Hanzo at the end of the highlight. But it didn't catch that part. But as you can see how I use my abilities. Right now I'm using my ult. I stop the Reinhardt charge, I Fire Strike 4 enemies, and then my rest of my team follows up. So that's 400 damage across the board. That's a good Fire Strike. That's how you want to use your abilities. Here, my team was telling me to stay back, and I'm like, screw you, Sneaky Ryan. Boom, get a 4-man. And we end up wiping them. McCree ends up taking out the other 2. I get Hanzo. The only one that lives in that is Lucio. But still, we stalled the point. This one, look how low my health gets. I charge straight in there, I get nanoed. Then I get anti-native. I'm down to 100 health, less than 100 health. And I kept moving forward and then killing the Ana and the D.Va. This was a good ult. I killed Orisa. I tried to stop the Mercy res, didn't quite work. But I ulted the Hanzo and the Mercy. I killed both of them. I killed the Orisa and then I killed the Sim. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and I will see you guys in the next one.